Now recorded. And the microphone's on, yellow at the top.
Yeah.
We're going. What's going on, team? So 18.1 has been announced. You're probably thinking like, how am I going to break this up? Don't overthink the workout, but here's a few tips that I think can really help you kind of hit the workout as best you can. I haven't hit it yet. I've seen a couple of people do it. Sam Briggs obviously crushed it. I'm doing it tonight with Zach, which is going to be absolutely insane. But yeah, here's a couple of tips.
The best way is to have somebody behind you and she helps push. Hook this up. Dumbbell, hang clean and jerk is nothing but boom. Gonna show off the gains. Instead of 14 calorie row, we're gonna eat 1400 calories.
They're obviously not the tips, but just thought that video was that. Do you like that? Okay, so the workout is 8 toes to bar, 10 dumbbell hang cleans and jerks, single arm, 5 on each arm, and then a 14 calorie row, 20-minute AMRAP. Didn't want to see a 20-minute AMRAP. The way that this movement is structured, if you are at a level where you can pretty much go and broke on each one, you probably should aim to go and broke on in each one, but the place that you're going to split up this workout, if you are going to split it up, should be at the toes to bar. Should be on the toes to bar. If you're proficient at toes to bar, say if you've got 8 every 2 minutes on the minute, this should be okay because you want to be getting up on the bar every kind of, dependent on your pacing, I'm going to look for kind of 11 or 12 rounds. I should be doing a round every 1 minute 40. So holding an 8 toes to bar every 1 minute 40 should be okay for me. But if that's not okay for you, I would recommend breaking up the toes to bar from the start, going into a 4 and 4 or 2-2-2 depending on your ability. Thing to think about when the toes to bar, don't grip the bar too hard because it's going to be a very grippy workout. And when you come up to the toes, think about getting your knees to your elbows and a little flick. Really nice and simple. I'm gonna go inside now. The second movement, the dumbbell hang clean to shoulder to overhead. This is where you really don't want to break because you can see, it shouldn't take you that long to do the set of 10, honestly, and if you do break at this portion, you really kind of want to go for broke on this portion so then you can kind of recover on the rower. No matter how tired you are getting on the rower, you are going to be pulling calories, whereas if you step back from this, you could waste a lot of seconds. A couple of tips for this one, I would recommend starting with your good hand, and I'll explain why. First of all, deadlift it. The way I treat this, I treat it as kind of like a hammer. Like you have a hammer grip, so you'll have your hand coming forward. When you catch it, you'll have your hand coming forward, and then before you're going up and overhead. The way that I look at this is I look at it more kind of like a kettlebell swing, but keeping the dumbbell close. So I'll use it as a kettlebell swing to here. And then to save your shoulders in this workout, if you're going for kind of 10 plus rounds, you really want to be push jerking the weight and not push pressing it. So when you're here, keeping the weight on the heels, dip and drive, so you're already locked out, your shoulders have done hardly any of the move, and then you stand it up. When you come back down, again, swing, here, dip, drive, underneath it, and you can cycle that pretty quick. Quick tip when you're doing that little swing is to save your forearms, your grip and your back, and also your core. When you do that tiny little swing, the clean part, don't let the dumbbell come out really far. It's gonna get really grippy. It'll get really bad on your shoulders. What you wanna do is keep it as close as possible. Keep it literally as close as possible to the body. Limit that range of motion. And when you catch it, then go into that dip drive. You can cycle that pretty quick without getting too gassy. And then when it comes to change over, make sure it's at eye level or below. So when you come down, this is why I say use your good hand first. Catch it with your bad hand, but then you're already in a rhythm to use that next arm, your bad arm. Say if you go and pick up the dumbbell straight away, you have your bad arm which is not as strong, you might be a bit awkward in getting that rhythm, whereas if you already have that rhythm from the other arm, when you come to change, you can go straight into that next and have that bit of momentum with you to help move the weight. Next one is the row. It's pretty simple, row hard, but don't gas yourself out. So watching the live announcement, Sam Briggs went out at like a 124, 125 pace per round, but then she didn't stray over 130, whereas Kristen Holt went out at like a 121 pace. So she went out pretty quick, but then she did a lot of 1 minute 40 rounds where she kind of died towards the end. If this is your first open workout, then obviously don't let the excitement kind of carry you away and you go out super hard and then you end up looking at the clock and it's 4 minutes done and you're like literally dead. go at a kind of conservative pace. Know the pace that you really want to hold on the rower. That's what I would kind of recommend. So for me, I'm going to look at holding 1500 calories every time I get on the rower. If I can do that, it will take about 34 seconds to do the row, and then obviously the toaster bar, if they stay unbroken, and the clean and jerks, if they stay unbroken, should be around the same time. So you're looking at a consistent pace throughout the 20 minutes, not going off super hot and then trailing towards the end, because that's not what you want. Looking at the rower specifically, there's going to be a video linked down below on how to start the rower properly and how to get onto that rower and how you should initially pull. It's going to be released tomorrow, but seeing as you guys may need it today, it will be linked down below before the release tomorrow. So if you want to check that out. And then obviously with this workout, if you're going for say 10 rounds, that's 30 changeovers. If you think about that, say if you take 2 seconds, chalk in your hand every single time you switch pieces of equipment, slowing yourself down, that could be, with 30 changeovers, that could be a hell of a lot of time. It could be a minute and a half that you lose in the workout where you should be working, where you're chalking up your hands and chilling, and that is not what you want to do. So just be mindful of your transitions. Make sure that all the equipment is pretty close to each other. You don't want to be walking massive distances, and as soon as you get off that rower, get on the bar. I know it's going to suck and you're going to want to chalk and you're going to want to do all that, but just literally get on the bar and get the 8 reps done. Or if you break it up, but that's where you want to break it up. Dumbbells, go for the 10, literally unbroken. You'll thank yourself for it. Even if you're dying towards the end of the kind of last couple of those, you can still get on the rower, and even if your calories per minute you're pulling are a lot lower, at least you're pulling calories, and then you can kind of recover into the row, which I know a lot of people do, including myself sometimes when I'm dying in a workout. And my final tip with this team is it's probably going to get very grippy. So when you get back on the rower, every single time, don't freaking grip the handles super hard, and also do not grip the bar super hard. And with the dumbbell, I would rest one of the heads of the dumbbell literally on top of your hand and not grip the middle of the dumbbell, because that will also get very grippy. Rest the head of the dumbbell on the clean on your shoulder. Just enjoy it. Go out there and have fun. I mean, there was like 380,000 people in the Open, and if you're not in that top 50 that are going to the games, or kind of the top 150 that are going to regionals, like the 99.986% of us, that's an actual fact. That's the numbers, I worked it out. Then just go out there and have fun. Push your limits. Test you as a person, and that's what it should be all about. That's what I'm gonna do. But we'll see you guys on the floor. Hope you do enjoy it. Put your scores down below, or any strategies that, if you've already done it, that seem to help you, and give the team some love. Smash that like button, and we'll see you tomorrow with the video with Zach George. I'm super excited for him to kill this with us tonight, because he's good at rowing. He's very good at toaster bar, and a dumbbell for him is like a toy weight. So it should be a good one. He'll be a good one to try and chase. Probably very badly, but chase. Catch you guys later on.